Oh, how's it going, guys? Here we are. Yes, Fano, I am in private group. I'm in my private group. Oh, I gotta turn that damn thing off. There we go. Alright, now, let's see if we can figure out why it's not picking up the audio from Elite, like it should be. Come on, thing. Alright. Let's see. Can you guys hear the game at all? Out of curiosity? It looks good on my end, but I wasn't hearing it on the stream, which is a little weird. No game sound. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. Hey, Woodman, how's it going? Let's see if I can force this thing to work. It is being a little finicky today. Okay, let's see. It's still not wanting to pick it up. Finals next week and you don't want to make effort for anything. Yeah, I can't say I blame you, actually. So, now that we're all here, though, who of all of you watched the Frontier live stream today? Or even had the chance to? That's the next question. Watched it? Yeah, so you saw everything as it happened. What'd you guys think? Disappoint? Yeah, I had a little bit of that too, personally. Oh, you thought it was great? See, I'm kind of torn on it, personally. Part of me says that it was great. Another part of me says that it was a little lacking. I'm just not really sure. There we go. You guys should be able to get the in-game audio now. For whatever reason, OBS was refusing to pick up the audio input. I had to set it manually. Yeah, Trip, I was kind of... I was feeling the same on that one. It's... it didn't seem to be anything we didn't already know, but at the same time, it's good to know exactly what's coming. At least You know, as specific as they actually got anyway. I mean, I know it's not much, but it's better than nothing. Game sound, check. Excellent. Alright, that's what I was after. Hey, Andy, how's it going, man? How are you? Okay, since I'm here at the beacon, let's take a look around. On the FDev live stream, we saw one destroyed capital ship. Now, when I first got here, there was actually two. Let's see if I can find them. As there's this one. One of them has a beacon in it, actually. Hey, Mel, thanks for the sub. How are you? Yep, there it is. Right up here. So there's the one capital ship behind me, and then there is this one. So there's actually two Farragut-class ships here that got completely tore apart. Here we go. Calman James, thanks for the sub, man. How are you? Welcome to the stream and the channel. Alright, so there's two Farraguts, as I said, that have been completely tore apart. Let's get a good look at this. I am curious. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name, but thanks for the sub, man. Welcome to the stream and the channel. How are you? Oh, look at this nonsense, though. What is this? Any running theories on what this actually is? I would love to know. Is it doesn't look very friendly. Doesn't look very friendly at all. Serves the federal scum right. Yeah. You're not going to get much of an argument from me. They're the ones that seem to constantly piss off everybody. What I find really interesting is this. It's residue, but it's glowing. That interests me a lot, actually. A bioluminescence? Acid corrosion, yeah. Very strong corrosive effect. I can see that. Alien juice. Okay, I don't know about that, but you know. I guess anything's possible. Could this whole thing just be one giant Thargoid mating ritual? That would be interesting. And a very unique turn of events as far as sci-fi gaming goes. Has that ever been done before? I don't think so. Not that I can think of. The whole bioluminescence, though, that interests me greatly. But this stuff is all over the ship. It is everywhere. Also like how this ship doesn't seem to have a name. Like, most of them you'd see, like, right here, where it has a name, this thing just has a designation, RD5. Is that, like, research division? Like, their research division has an entire, fleet of capital ships to itself? That would be kind of crazy. Organic plasma. I suppose that could be a thing. Doesn't need oxygen to burn. Well, if it's an acid, then I don't think it really would. That would make sense. But I would also assume that there's still oxygen inside the ship. So, burning spots like that are probably burning off the oxygen from inside the vessel. At least that would be my assumption. Battery is not included. Mating spaceships. Well, was Palin ship, so yeah, just a designation. Well, the Palin, the capital ships that would sit over top of Palin's base all had names. At least every time I jumped to Palin's base, they always had names and other nonsense. And also, the beacon only seems to transmit at the half hour, half past the hour, at least from what I've seen so far. I was here right at 2 p.m. my time, and I didn't see or hear anything out of the ordinary. Maybe Thargoids require spaceships to be consumed and taken over from the inside to multiply? That seems strange, considering that it's a biologically based species. I'm not sure why they would consume or even use, largely synthetic ships or anything like this as, say, sustenance or any other type of material. At least not that I can think of. That doesn't mean it's not possible, I suppose, but seems unlikely. Let's see, and there's a few ships over here. Let's see, that's a Corvette. It looked like a drop ship there, too. Yeah, that's a vet. Almost looks like rust. Like green rust on part of it. You see that? That's interesting. It's like something regurgitated all over it. That's weird. Hey, Plater, how's it going? And why are you so far away? Because you decided to go all the way out to Sagittarius A, like right before E3. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting looking stuff on this thing too. Alright, I'll go back to the camera here. I mean, you can just tell, like, bioluminescence is definitely a thing here. I mean, this thing in the dark, you can see it plain as day. And then this nonsense, like, it's like green dust. Reminds me of like rust buildup. But they're in space, they can't rust. Or at least not, oxidizing rust anyway. The madman, Plater. So who wants to bet the Federals know where the Thargoids live? They were the first ships spotted carrying unknown probes. Yes, they were, actually. The Federal ships are the ones that had them, at least at first. I don't remember what ship specifically used to carry them. That was a while ago. I've kind of forgotten. But the Feds definitely seem to be involved every time the Thargoids show up. Just a prank? That's a heck of a prank. Like, that'd be the biggest prank of all time. Considering this would be the second time that the humans have run into Thargoids. This is signal loss nonsense. Drives me bonkers. Copper rust is green? Okay, that would make sense. But I don't think any of these things are copper plated. I'm not sure why they would be in space. I mean, I'm not sure that would be very useful as hull plating. The bubble shall burn, says Epic Pinecone. It definitely looks like it. Antikus, hello. How are you? Yeah, Tika says, for good reason, them Alliance members would screw it all up again. The question is, screw up what? You got the right idea. Us imps are too busy basking in her glory to worry about aliens. Yeah, I can see that. This dropship sure got the crap end of this stick. Look at that nonsense. That is interesting. Unknown artifacts are corrosive and the barnacles give off green gas. Now the alien ships are drawing something out of them. ammo depot? You know, I suppose that's possible. Tikas, I am in... give me a second and I'll tell you. What is this system name? HIP 17044. So, if any of you guys want to join me and poke around this place, feel free to send me friend requests, and I will see about wigging you guys in one at a time. A new feature state system, invasion, and new conflict zone with Thargoids. You know, I almost wonder if that's exactly what they're going to do. That would be interesting. Found out the caves from the 2.3 trailer. Good question. They haven't, as far as I know, they have not yet unlocked that system. Give me a second, and I will try and remember what the name of that HIP, I think it's 22460. I don't think they've unlocked that system yet. Let's check the galaxy map real quick, because now I'm curious. It's HIP 22460. As last I knew, nobody had found a way to get in there. Yeah, it's still a permit locked. As far as I know, it's still impossible to get in there. Even though it says it's in civil unrest, so maybe someone knows how to get in there? I'm not really sure. Seems a little sketchy, in a way. No, not at all, Phonobrain. If you guys want to join me here, if you're in my private group or want to be in my private group, send a request and I will get you guys wing beaconed in. Get in using sublight. I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, the Call 70 sector. That might actually be a good one to check. I seriously doubt that that's going to unlock until 2.4 at the earliest. But, I mean, I suppose you never know. Orion and Running Man Nebulas. This whole series of stars always interest me. Let's see. We'll come back here. Unknown permit. Unknown permit. Unknown permit. Unknown permit. Yeah, I don't think they've unlocked it. Trapezium sector looks unlocked. Orion Dark. You can still get into Running Man. But yeah, it doesn't look like this area is really... Yeah, I don't think they've unlocked anything over here yet, at least not from what I can see. Orion Dark is unlocked, but I don't know if it was ever locked to begin with. Yes, there's still a lot of unknown permits. Yeah. Still a lot of unknown permits out there. Thargoid return 2.4 and 2.5 be Guardian return? I don't know. I don't know about that. Quite the coincidence they started drawing from barnacles just before the attack was found. Make some kind of armor based on meta alloys. You know, that would be interesting, because we know that the meta alloys are immune to the corrosive effects of the probes and the artifacts. Oh, actually, there's a good one here. Golovec might have an explanation for the green glow and residue on the capital ship's hull. Maybe Thargoids are a copper-based life form, so it would make sense that their technology is copper-based as well. That could be interesting. That could be interesting, but it still doesn't explain the lack of oxygen and how it would oxidize without it. And bartender, I will get you set up with the private group here. We got a few new requests. All right. Okay, there we go. So, there we have it, guys. I'm gonna stick around for a while too, because those of you who weren't around for the live stream might want to hear the little message that's in the beacon here. You know, let's go check the other capital ship. I want to see if it's any different. Mostly out of curiosity, and it doesn't look like it's all that different. Certain other chemicals produce the needed oxygen, says Golovec. You know, I suppose that's possible. It's been a very long time since I was in school. I graduated high school 12 years ago, and haven't taken any science classes or anything since then. Actually, it's been about 14 years since I took any science classes, so yeah. I don't remember a whole lot of that stuff. So those of you that do know, feel free to correct me on anything. You guys will probably know better than me. I mean, that much is definitely for certain. Alright, Woodman. Well, whenever you get in system, just let me know. I will get you beaconed in via the wing. Targoids were always supposedly an ammonia-based life form. Liquid ammonia cracks plate steel, so ammonia corrosive weapons, maybe? You know, that could be. That would be interesting. Chlorine trifluoride can corrode any metal, including fairly inert ones like titanium. Also doesn't need oxygen to burn. And leaves chemical waste behind. That sounds interesting. Hey, Nitya, how's it going? How are you? Chris, you think Plater's going to be the first Thargoid victim? Oh, that would be worth it. A Arctic anchor blossom. Yeah, acids generally would be oxygen hungry, as I understand it. This, so far from what I see, looks unlike any acid I have ever seen before. Well, I can't say it like looks any different, but it seems to behave differently. But then again, I don't know. There's only so much that we can infer from this without being able to, you know, actually do experiments and play with it. Golovec says, for example, sodium chlorate. Yeah? Hey, Nathan, how's it going? Launching xenomorphs at them? You are not Scott Manley, Nathan. Don't lie. We know better. Example, sodium chlorate when mixed with less than 5% barium peroxide and less than 1% potassium. See, you know a lot more about this than I do, Golovec. That much is for certain. As I said, I haven't taken any science classes for a long time. Pantsman. Okay, so you're in the right system. So what you do is you go to... Here, I'll show you here on stream. Hey, Thargoids, thanks for the donation, man. You want to see me drunk? Well, alright then. We can make this a thing. Okay, so... Pantsman, if you're in the right system, which it looks like you are based on what you said... You go to the second planet, this one here. Okay. And once you arrive at that planet, you go to... let me accept that wing invite there real quick. And I'm going to make sure my beacon is on. Okay, so then you get to that second planet, you go to the galaxy map. and you type in here Asterope. Okay, and you'll come here, and then you won't plot a route, just select the system, like that. And then what will happen is it will actually target it, like it would, say, like a ship or anything else. And so then you turn to face it, you see how it says Asterope there. Oh, I bumped the microphone there. So then you'll turn to face it. Here, we'll actually get the capital ship out of the way. You'll turn to face it, and you'll see the Pleiades Nebula there in the background. And then you'll fly just straight at it, about roughly 11,000 light seconds, and it will show up here on your left side panel with this distress call. Well, I dropped in on the distress call. I think you can drop in on either one. And they're both in the exact same place, so it'll put you in the same area. Glenn says FDev probably won't give us the science explanation. They'll essentially say it's Thargoid space magic. There are some developers that will do that, but... There you go, Caleb, accepted that friend request. There are some developers that will do that, but Frontier does like to have actual scientific explanations for things. I'm not sure they've ever really tried to explain the frameshift jumping that much. At least not that I can remember, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Oh, this one also says RD5. That's interesting. So both capital ships in here have the exact same designation. Interesting observation. Where was I? Thargoid space. Oh yeah. Frontier does like to have scientific explanations for things. I don't know for sure if they've ever really explained how frameshift jumping actually works and things like that, but I'm sure they have an idea of how it's supposed to work. For spinach and cucumber vodka, I'm still hesitant to try that. It's Spud, friend request accepted. RD5 might be a fleet designation. That could be a thing. Research Division 5. Or some other nonsense like that. That could be... That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Also, now that this thing actually isn't working, I kind of want to look at the engine nozzles. Because I've never been able to get this close to them without engine glow and other stuff. Oop. So the engine nozzles are actually kind of small. That's interesting. They're not very large at all, actually. I think the ones on the ASP are about the same size. Yeah, those are the same as the other ones. Should mean the other side would be identical to that too. Huh. A face reveal so Peroxum shows his face. Well, that could be a thing. I might add that as part of a stretch goal, actually. Don't worry, it is a nice experience. Vodka is every man's dream. I'm just going to throw this out there, and you guys know this, that I haven't drank hardly at all for a very long time, so it's not going to take much to get me, shall I say, super messed up. So let's try not to go too crazy right off the bat. In the bucket list of men. FSD is an Alcubierre drive, and warp is the portal to another dimension. Okay, that makes sense. I kind of get the idea. I'm not exactly familiar with that drive, but then again, I've not really poked around these things too much. Hey, there's Bartender. Welcome to the craziness. More engine nozzles up here, the exact same as the ones on the rear. Doesn't look like there's any damage along the inside, just on the outside. At least from what I can see so far. Spiced rum is the way forward. Oh, it's basically the warp drive from Star Trek. Okay. That makes sense. I understand how that works. As I watched the hell out of some Star Trek. Oh, that I understand. Alright, let's see. Is there anything else around here? I think that's pretty much all of the weirdness. But we're going to hang around for a while longer yet, because I want you guys to be able to hear that thing. And there's a bunch of ships around here, too. Dropship? Yep, that's a dropship. The dropship is missing part of its wing. Damage model confirmed. I wouldn't actually say that. I'm not sure that they'll actually add a damage model for that thing just yet. The other dimension is Witch Space, Super Gully Portal of Death. Thrusters are small nozzles because it helps to control the thrust from the rocket. I can kind of see that. With the amount of weight behind that, though, I would almost think a somewhat larger nozzle would be a good idea to increase the flow. But then again, that changes stuff like the exhaust impulse and other things like that. Alright, Nitya, take care. Thanks for dropping in, by the way. And you need to go be nice to Ploid Man. I'll be nice to Ploid Man. Camera is rolling, says Phonobrain. Alright then. Yeah, this thing is also on fire. There's lots of things that are on fire in space, and that weirds me out. How much oxygen do these ships carry? Because that almost certainly has to be what's fueling these. Yeah, that's true, Kenny. It does, as I said, it does change things like the exhaust impulse and other things like that. So it could be, depending on exactly what you need to get the thing to move the way you want it. Yeah, you might actually have to run smaller things like that. Damage effect during combat, like falling wings and breaking dress. That would actually be cool. Yes, Caleb. This would be the comms beacon here, this transmitter. This thing. Here, we'll get a good angle on it. Da-da-da. Yep, there we go. Just like so. It'd be this little guy. Now, it only seems to transmit once an hour. But it is very interesting when it does. Yeah, see, I'm in my private group right now, Caleb, so if you're not in the private group, you probably won't see it. Well, you won't see me anyway. First pair of Thargoid skin boots. I'm not sure that's going to be a thing, because as I understand it, the Thargoids can't survive, period, in temperatures that we do. I think they would burn. As I'm not sure you can actually, make leather or anything out of their skin. I think it would just, it'd either like liquefy or burn to a crisp. Yeah, Plater, I can do that. Give me just a second. Oh yeah, I have to drop the wing for that. Give me just a sec. Phonobrain, I'm going to leave the wing. Don't take it personally. I'm going to multi-crew Plater in. Oop, wrong button. There we go. Ta-da, Plater. As soon as the countdown is done here, I will get you an invite to my crew, Plater. Cooking lasers for the win. The Ed's plan all along. You know, I could believe that. Revise for your physics exam. Alright, Avi. Well, take care. Thanks for dropping in, by the way. Yeah, Caleb, it would probably be instancing. Instancing is... I hate instancing. It is one of my personal enemies. There you go, Plater. Crew invite sent. So heating them up with a microwave oven would kill the Thargoids. My guess is yes. My guess is most definitely yes. Alright, we have a guest. Look who's here. Plater himself. With his little pirate icon there on his shoulder. A naughty person. Yep, TKC is in now, and... Alright. Take it easy, and come back when you can, man. See you later. Cloyd, he's one of them. Yes. What up, Plater? Also, I kind of want to know what ship deployed this thing. Was it, let's say, like one of the corvettes, or was it one of, say, like the other ships, like this guy, for instance? Or was, nor did it get shoved out the out the airlock by one of the capital ships? The only reason I ask is because this satellite is kind of large. I don't think it would actually fit in the cargo hatch for this thing. Yeah, see, because this right here, that spot, is where the cargo hatch would be. And I think the satellite's bigger. Oh, and all the regular ships have cargo hatches the same size. Galaxy will burn. The deployed master race will reign supreme. Oh boy. Oop. Come on. Get off the frickin' solar panel. There we go. I don't know why it's stuck on that. There we go. Alright, note to self. It doesn't like being anywhere near the satellite. What is my choice for this? Hug or war? I'm going to take a neutral stance, personally, until they either A, shoot me, or B, leave me alone. If they leave me alone, I'll probably be happy to leave them alone. If they shoot me, no, it's game on. No mercy. There's fun. Oh, someone else is here. Who is this? Caleb! There you are. Welcome to the party. I kind of feel like, now that I'm saying party and there's aliens involved, I feel like it's Independence Day. Yeah, like we're all standing on, and we're the idiots that are standing on top of all those skyscrapers with signs and weirdness saying, "Come take me away and bring back Elvis." Hey, Megan, some GTA 5. Maybe in a little while, and not just yet. Best party ever. Golovec says, maybe the satellite unfolded itself after launch. Well, yeah, the solar panels, but I'm talking like the actual hard body of the satellite is bigger in diameter than the cargo hatches of any of these ships, with the exception of the capital ships. And... oh, Miss Martian. Let's see, where are you on my list? There you are. After my stream. So in probably 45-ish... In 45-ish minutes. Unless you guys are all cool with me streaming GTA. Then maybe. Or several stuffed into each other. It could be a tube. You know, I suppose that's possible, depending on exactly how they go about that. That would require some, shall I say, other than normal construction to make happen. Yeah, as I said, I suppose it's possible, but you never know. Or several stuffed into each other. Inside could hold samples. You know, if they have samples in pieces of some of the alien ships, that would be very interesting. The important intel. Yeah, I kind of want to know what that intel actually was. Like, what is it? It's supposedly here. Yeah, and the feds, you know, obviously the feds took it. Yada, yada, yada. You know, I'm going to recenter this real quick. There we go. You know, the feds took it, so it's supposedly here. I can't imagine the Thargoids stole it. Important intel here inside the satellite. Oh, I suppose it could be. But we can't actually... You know, there's no scanning. It just transmits the one message. That's all it really does. At least as far as I can tell. So far. That might change in the future, but... Shoot the satellite. I don't have any weapons. New update and more toys to play with in-game. Alright, Martian. Kalman, do open world, open universe, same thing, right? Not quite. Maybe they'd launch them through the SLF hangar bay. Well, these are dropships. They don't have hangar bays. I haven't seen a single gunship here, anywhere. 17044. I think so. 17044. Yep. Rearrange the letters in Federation. It makes Thargoid. I don't think that's a thing. Not as far as I know. I mean, if that is actually a thing, I would like to know, because that'd be interesting. You can see the important thing on their damaged hulls, says Humanity in Conflicts. I guess that depends on how you define important. Like, for instance, like, we know this has to be some kind of acid. At least it kind of looks like one. But I'm not really sure what to make of it. I mean, it's obvious their weapons are... it's obvious their weapons are biologically based, just like everything else they have. At least that I've said and seen. Head over to one of the Farragut's. Well, there's two Farragut's. Both of them dead. There you go. That should be good. Oh no, Martian. I'm not that crazy. This ship is not built for open. Palin must upgrade your armor to withstand corrosive weapons. You know, that goes back to the... we were just talking about this a little bit ago, about having ships with meta-alloy enhanced hull armor or something like that. Because we know that meta-alloys, you know, protect against the corrosive effect of the unknown artifacts and unknown probes. If their weaponry is based off the same technology, it would stand to reason that meta-alloys would possibly be effective against their weapons. I mean, that would be my guess. That doesn't necessarily make it right, but that's my guess. It would be interesting. Corvette does have the hangar bay, that's true. Maybe the dropships were playing Shield. That could be, actually. Well spotted, Noopy Man. Well spotted. Hey, James Moth, how's it going? And you know a stream is going to be good when it contains the words, "We're officially screwed." Well, yeah, it kind of seems that way. I mean, I'm just throwing this out there. As you can see, there are 2 dead capital ships in here, and no dead Thargoid ships. Not one. So either they're really good at recovering their dead stuff, or there wasn't any casualties on their side of things. Plater says, notice the damage patterns are all hexagonal. Are they? Ah, yeah, I see what you mean, right here. I mean, that bit there looks a little bit more rounded, but it's still not... But it's still very distinctive. It almost reminds me... It kind of looks like a cell structure, actually. Like a biological cell structure. Does anyone else get that vibe, or is it just me? I mean, it kind of looks like a cell structure to me. Fractals? Yeah, Caleb, that's a good point. It is possible the capital ships can lose power when they're close to Thargoid ships, just like we do with our ships, which would prevent them from deploying or even using weapons of any type. Woodman, I am currently in multi-crew, so if one of you guys here, Phonobrain or someone, could send a friend request or wing invite, or both, to a Woodman Gamer NL. I'll put it here in the local chat. Then you guys can wing him in. No, I wouldn't worry about it, Plater. We'll get one of these guys to help him out. It's an organic substance that's growing and eating metal and other organic things on contact. That, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like a biological acid. It is kind of an asset, but it's an acid. That's what I meant to say. And, okay. Also, I'm realizing this is just a little bit off, so let me fix that real quick. There we go. That should be about right. Yep, there we go. That's better. Is there any way to investigate inside the Farragut? Not that I have found. Like, you know, we don't have space legs yet, obviously, so we can't really get around inside the thing. I can fly around kind of in some of the smaller parts of the superstructure, but like just looking in here, yeah, I'm not sure. Well, I can kind of fit. Angle it. It doesn't look like there's any damage at all in here whatsoever. So, yeah, you don't really glean anything out of that. But then, let's see, let's come up towards the front here. we'll go in through here because I don't remember seeing any damage in this area here either. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, that's just another asp. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's any damage here either. At least not that I can see. Look at that, 2 asps. Alright, Alessaton. Most far-flung asteroid base. Alright, see you later. Take care, and thanks for dropping in. And we get an SRV up there. Again, I wish anything happen if we touch the damaged parts with our ships. No. Not that I have seen yet. Oh. I was going to try and sneak past him, but I don't think that's going to work. There's something in the way here. I may have just gotten myself stuck. There we go. Ha! That's better. Now let's see if I can get out. I have to do this the hard way. Slowly turning in place. Must investigate. I know, there is a lot of things to investigate here. A lot. Yeah, it kind of looks like they're only damaging the surface, at least from what we can see. That doesn't really... no problem, Plater. I figured that's exactly what you were doing. Ah, who's this guy? Hey, it's Woodman. Welcome to the party, man. Is it a camo conda?
Telepresence crew member disconnected.
Yeah. There we go. The Thargoids say get good. Yeah, that seems about right. Alright, actually, let's go... just to confirm that touching these things doesn't really do anything, I'm going to come back here to this spot, because if any of these spots would be corrosive, it would probably be this one. This nice big glowy one here. But it definitely looks like liquid. You can kind of see it moving. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, I'm right on it, and it's not doing anything to me. So, I wonder if it's only effective against hull, and it doesn't do anything to shields? Because none of the capital ships have shields, at least not that I can... Not that I ever recall seeing, anyway. Ever. Period. Landing party could still be in there. I suppose that's possible? But Thargoids can't survive in our style of atmosphere and conditions. That's really bright, and it doesn't seem to do anything. Yeah, nothing. No shield damage, no nothing. So, yeah. Okay, so let's see. There's 2 capital ships and a whole mess of other ships down. Let's see. Oh, we're coming up on the half-hour mark. So I am going to come over by the transmitter. Now, it'll start transmitting. Who would have thought a transmitter transmits? A novel idea. We're going to come over here and get into position, because here, in just over 3 minutes, this thing is going to start making noise. And in preparation for that, I'm actually going to turn the game volume up just a little bit. So I do have it down a little ways. There you go. We'll set it at that, and this should be enough. There we go. No, unless they can blow up planets, just hide on Earth likes, and we'll be good, says James Moth. Well, I suppose that could be a thing. As long as we don't all start hiding on ammonia worlds, we should be good. As they seem to have a thing for ammonia worlds. Yeah, see, I'm actually using a 3D shield on this Ash, so if you think yours are weak, mine are probably weaker. Noopy Man, we are in, I think it's HIP 17044. Yeah, 17044. That's where we're at. Orbital bombardments are a thing, but they'd have to know you're there first. So, I mean, there is that. Hide in the Hudson House. Actually, I'd rather go to Akinar, personally. As, they seem to leave the Imperials alone. The only people they seem to shoot at are the Federals. Yeah, the Conda does require more shielding. It is a much bigger target. Alrighty. The ambient sounds are terrifying. They are kind of creepy. Let's see, really about all I hear right now is this satellite and some of the digital sound effects that it's giving off. Maybe the world's barnacles are... Hey, what was that, Blader? So they... Maybe the worlds the barnacles are on were Earth-likes until they drained them with the barnacles and converted it to meta-alloys. That is some serious tinfoil. That is some pretty serious tinfoil. I don't even know what to say to that. Maybe they hate the feds because of the last human Thargoid war. Oh, here we go. Transmission starting. You guys heard that, right? I mean, from where I sit, it's pretty self-explanatory. It starts out as saying, it says Thargoid return, is what it says when you get the whole string. Let's say Thargoid return or run Thargoid. It basically means the same thing. Get the heck out of Dodge. That is the general gist of what is being said. So there you have it, guys. That is precisely what this thing says. So for those of you that missed the FDev live stream, there you go. All right. So now, with that being said, yeah, I actually did spell it out as it said it during the original live stream, and it is a little I probably heard it wrong, but there was a couple of letters that were out of place. So I either A, didn't hear it right, which is entirely possible because the filter on that is a little difficult to understand, or B, they're just doing that to add in some quote-unquote data corruption or something to make it a little bit more immersive. Dare I say the word? Yeah, return Thargoid, or Thargoid return. Yeah, whichever way you want to say it. I mean, it basically means the same thing, no matter how you... Yeah, no matter really how you slice it. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. So we all know at this point what 2.4 is. It looks like things are gonna get real interesting. Oh, okay, Miss Martian. Apparently they're antsing for a fourth person in GTA right now. So the question is are you guys okay with me streaming it? As I would like to keep the stream going for a little while longer. James, it will not do anything. It is completely dead. Pantao. No, it repeats once an hour at half past. The satellite transmission does. Okay then. So, with all of that tinfoil going on here, I think that's pretty much it, guys. You've seen and heard the transmission. You have seen everything there is here. We all know what is coming in 2.4 now. I wouldn't say like pack. I would say that it would need to be a lot more well thought out. Yeah, just inherently more well thought out. Hey, welcome back, Nitya. I see you poking your head in here again. And alright, Martian, if you are okay with me streaming it, then I might just switch over. And you guys can see the absolute insanity that is GTA with me and my friends. So actually, I will probably shut the stream off for a few minutes and then restart it so it goes to two separate streams and doesn't make them into one. The pink Vespa. Alright guys, so I believe that is it for the Elite Dangerous portion of today's stream. So if you guys want to come along for GTA, stick around for about 10 minutes or so, and we'll have some GTA on here for you. Otherwise, if you guys are going to be heading out for the day, please like the stream and subscribe if you would like to see more Elite Dangerous content and other games. So, on that note, guys, I believe that is it for Elite Dangerous today. So, I will see some of you again here in about 10 minutes or so. Ciao, guys.